Texas State's Center for International Studies is examining President Obama's legacy. The center recently hosted a Perspectives conference.
Looking at immigration, the economy, healthcare, and national security.
About 35 Texas State faculty members participated, along with professionals in law, journalism, healthcare, and criminal justice.
And we're leveraging those professors' specialties and how they view the world and their research as it relates to Obama's legacy.
Obama's legacy will be shaped in part by how his successor, President Trump, either carries forward or dismantles the former president's initiatives. Some are concerned about what will happen next.
They have concerns about that and are interested in speaking with experts about what they might be able to expect, people that have studied history and studied the movements of administrations and things like that.
Others believe Obama's legacy will endure.
To an incoming president, some policies stay the same and some get changed. So I think it's in the process of still being written.
This year's conference saw a great turnout from Bobcat students and faculty. You can find out more about their events from the Center for International Studies. For Bobcat Update, Maria Martinez.
The warm weather lately is prompting many Texas State students to get rid of some of their winter clothes. A national organization is hoping some of those clothes will be donated to benefit others. Donations are being accepted at dorms and dining halls on campus. The mission of One Warm Coat is to provide coats free of charge. Jones Dining Hall has a donation box next to Panda Express.
Tomorrow is the last day to drag your friend off the couch and take them to the rec. If you have an unlimited group exercise pass, personal trainer membership, or participate in a specialty class, you can bring a friend with you for free. The rec offers classes like yoga, Zumba, kickboxing, and cycling. Students can also sign up for intramural sports throughout the year. For more information, visit the Rec Center's website.
Unmanned aerial vehicles, better known as drones, were for a long time used mainly by the military. However, smaller, lighter drones are now being mass-produced and sold retail, so just about anyone can get their hands on one.
There are, other freelancers who have just gone ahead and done this on their own, but it's still important to know that we're still in the very early stages of figuring out how these new tools are going to work into our storytelling mix.
Media outlets have been using drones to cover major events such as concerts, parades, and even floods. To safely and legally fly a drone, new pilots must pass a government-mandated course that trains them on how and where to fly.
We're just wrapping up a short course series on getting students prepared to take the Part 107 exam.
Texas State University started offering a course this spring for students who may be interested in flying drones. For Bobcat Update, I'm Quinlan Crowell.
Hands of Hope took us back in time this past Saturday, March 25th, to enjoy a cup of tea and wear a pretty hat. Tea and More is an annual fundraiser for this organization. They raise the money with a tea party, a silent auction, and a fashion show by chicos.
They look beautiful.
Hands of Hope is a 10-week program where undereducated and disadvantaged women learn life and employment skills to move toward self-sufficiency. However, this is not an easy program.
It's very scary for them to come to us. They come to a place they've never been before, to people they don't know, to do something they don't know what it's going to be like, And then for a lot of these ladies, they're not used to getting up and coming somewhere every day. They get up and get their children off and then they go back to bed or they clean their house. But with this, they've got to get up, get dressed, and come to school every day.
The prize center was filled with teacups and flowers. Guests like Michaela and her mother were the ones who decorated the tables.
We like to do the tea party this year, and we set up a little table. We did like an equal amount of work. We have like spring colors like blue, reds, yellows, whites.
It was not just a charity event. It was an opportunity for women to laugh with their friends and wear their Sunday's best, even for the little ones.
There's 4 of each Santa.
I like this place and it's because it's pretty. I don't really care for dressing up that much. I just like it a lot. And dresses are okay. I'm more like a tomboyish.
This is their 12th year organizing this event. and they'll continue to do it to cover expenses and keep empowering women.
I love the women we get. They come in with their heads down. They come in feeling defeated, without very much self-esteem. And they always leave with their heads up, feeling better about themselves. There's a lot of ways to help. If you want to be a mentor, you can contact us through First Baptist Church.
For more information, you can look on their website and be on the lookout for next year's Tea Party.
Because it's fun, and I like sipping the tea.
According to the Pew Research Center, as of April of 2016, an estimated 69.2 million millennials were voting-age U.S. citizens, a number almost equal to the 69.7 million baby boomers in the electorate. Within the next two elections, millennials will be the greatest voting population in the country. Since millennials account for 1/3 of the entire population, their vote is weighed heavy in politics. So what are politicians doing to win over millennials in terms of higher education cost? To Senator Sanders, this means free education, a new concept that has taken millennials by storm. We spoke with David Eisenberg, president of the College Democrats at Texas State, to get a student perspective on free education.
And I think now in the year 2016, we realize that having a 4-year degree from a college university is pretty necessary to have a decent paying job. That's just the evolution of our economy and our job sector. So when I heard that, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. If our job sector requires a 4-year education, then yeah, we should provide, free education to people who are qualified for it. I don't think that, this is a free handout just to anyone who wants a college degree and to come to college and mess around. I think it's for, people who work hard and who demonstrate that they're capable of coming to college and capable of earning a degree, and they're worth investing into. And I think, we keep the admission standards, maybe even raise them a little bit. And I definitely think that Hillary Clinton, on her education policies, even though it wasn't free public tuition, she definitely had things that were working to benefit students. Free college tuition was in there, and Hillary hopped on board with that.
For President-elect Trump, the billionaire businessman has made some proposals for education. Mr. Trump said he will work with Congress on reforms to ensure universities are making a good faith effort to reduce the cost of college in exchange for federal tax breaks and tax dollars. Mr. Trump also wants to add $20 billion towards funding education. However, the businessman has not stated where the $20 billion would come from.
There are not enough resources to do everything we'd like to do. We can't provide as much education for everybody as we'd like, as much housing for everybody as we would like. And so there, again, no such thing as a free lunch, so there are trade-offs involved. And the question is, yes, if we make education a high enough priority, then we can provide so-called free education. If you don't find the funding, then you have to find a trade-off with some other program. Do we reduce defense and put more funds in education? Do we spend less on health care and put more in education? But that sort of is the situation we're in. The choices are very difficult, is what I'm trying to say here. Mrs. Clinton's platform and Mr. Trump's platform, one of the major differences you saw in those two platforms was she was going to try to redistribute income. Almost all of her ways of trying to help the impoverished was to redistribute from the wealthy to the poor. Mr. Trump's platform was one of promoting economic growth, and through economic growth, creating jobs for people who don't have jobs, and better jobs for those people who have low-paying jobs. I think what we've tried to focus on is the importance of education to improving not only an individual's quality of life, but the quality of life of our nation, our society.
For student and professor alike, it is evident that educating the population leads to economic prosperity, and in return, a higher standard of living.
Education has to be disseminated fairly amongst all our citizens. We can't have just the children of the wealthy able to get four-year education. We need everybody to have access to a four-year education. And then when everybody has an access, then everybody can go out and fend for themselves. And they'll have a better quality of life, and our nation will be better for it.
Although free public tuition may seem like a distant memory with the election of Mr. Trump, the president-elect has added policy to help fund education, a step in the right direction to help alleviate the rising costs of higher education.